Hello guys, what is up? My name is Dan the Delight and today I'm bringing you another FIFA 21 player review. This time the man in question is Dennis Bergkamp, the mainly Arsenal and Netherlands central attacking midfielder. So as always with these reviews I will be reviewing him based on his little stats that we've got there, get into the attribute details, get into some gameplay, see how he feels in the game and see where he sits on the all-time list of the best central attacking midfielders that I've used so far in FIFA 21. So, he's got 76 pace, 85 shooting, 85 passing, 87 dribbling, 39 defending and 73 physical. 6 foot tall, medium low work rates, right footed, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Some really nice stats on there. I paid 308k for him at the time of recording this, so that is what I will be reviewing him based on. So some nice stats there. That obviously the shooting, passing, dribbling really good. Pace is a little bit low but not too bad to be honest. So we'll get into the attribute details in just a moment. If you are enjoying the video, please do give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Let me know who you want me to review next, and if you've tried out Dennis Bergkamp. So let's get into the attribute details now, see what the stats are there, and then we'll get into some gameplay and see how it feels actually in game compared to the stats on the card. Alright, so 76 pace made up of 75 acceleration, 76 sprint speed, so some really sort of average stats there, just right near each other. 85 shooting made up of 95 attack positioning, 85 finishing, 85 shot power, 77 long shots, 90 volleys and 96 penalties. I think that's the highest attack positioning that I've ever used on FIFA 21. The finishing's nice as well, especially with the card on him, and then obviously 99 penalties it takes up to, and 99 volleys as well. Some really nice stats there. Passing at 92 vision, 82 crossing, 84 free kick accuracy, 88 short pass, 76 long pass and 82 curve. Some really nice stats there as well, especially the short pass and obviously the vision as well. So passing is definitely going to be a standout stat for him. And then the 87 dribbling, which is made up of 79 agility, 80 balance, 84 reactions, 93 ball control, 85 dribbling and 97 composure. These are some of the highest stats that I've used so far on FIFA 21, and he's only 87 overall. That 97 composure and 93 ball control is insane. But we'll get into the defending. Well, there's only the heading accuracy at 62 that we'll really focus on for a central attacking midfielder. It's not that great, we won't be trying headers with him. And then the physical, 70 jumping, 72 stamina, 75 strength, 72 aggression. Some nice stats in there as well. The strength isn't too low for an attacking midfielder. Obviously the higher the better, but 75 isn't going to ruin him as a card. If anything ruins him, it will be the pace, I imagine, by looking at the card. But I don't think that'll have too much problem either because of his attack positioning being so ridiculous. I mean, it's 99 with the card increase. That's just insane. 95 normally anyway, and obviously his passing and dribbling stats are really good as well there. So some really good stats. Hopefully he feels like that in game. Obviously we know that not all players end up actually performing like they do in game compared to what they are on the card. But I have high hopes for Dennis. Obviously being an Arsenal fan, he is one of my favourite players of all time. So really excited to get in with him. So let's jump into some gameplay now. I'll discuss how I feel he plays in game, and then we'll see where he sits on that all-important leaderboard of the best attacking midfielders that we've used in FIFA 21 so far, and see if he's worth the coins that we're paying for him at the moment. So first thing that I need to say about Bergkamp is I was massively disappointed, and that is unfortunate because I love Dennis Bergkamp. I feel like his 90 card will be a lot better, but I was hugely disappointed. His pace felt like the card says, which is a low score, but it didn't feel any worse, it didn't feel any better. Now, the one that really bothered me is that, well, his attack positioning was good. He always got forward. I had him to stay forward anyway, but he did make the runs and he was always getting forward. But he just didn't finish anything. He was always getting on the end of it and then just shooting at the keeper, or wide, bar, post, anywhere but the net. He scored a few goals for me, but unfortunately it just wasn't consistent enough, and it just didn't work for me with him as a central attacking midfielder. Scoring goals, just I've had a lot better. The passing I will highlight as being really good. So the passing was definitely one of the standout stats for him, and it was as good as what the card says. I will say that about him. But the dribbling certainly wasn't. It didn't feel like other players that I've used with the dribbling. He just didn't do the whole weaving thing and getting round players and all that. He had good close ball control, but he just didn't. I think it might have been the strength that played into it. I'm not too sure, but he just got tackled a lot, and it was unfortunate because I didn't think that it would be like this. He's a great player. His stats were really good, but unfortunately, the card just didn't live up to the. Maybe I had too much expectations for him. He's a fairly cheap card for an icon anyway, and the stats that he has. So maybe the expectations were a bit higher, but unfortunately, just wasn't there for me. The pace, the shooting, just didn't do the job. The dribbling definitely didn't. Passing was really good though. So if you're after someone that can pass, here's your man. But unfortunately, it just didn't feel like what I would expect. So we get into the actual stats now on the card. Unfortunately, it's taken a bit of a negative turn this video, but the pace at 76, I'm going to stick with 76. He didn't feel slow, it just didn't feel fast. So 76 is about right for him. 85 shooting, unfortunately, is going to have to come down a little bit, and that pains me to say that because he's such a good attacking player in real life, but in the game, unfortunately, shooting is going to have to come down to about an 80, I'd say 81, 82. I'll go 82. Because he did get into some really good positions, and that was a really good thing, but it just didn't finish once he got into them positions, unfortunately, often enough. Passing, actually, we're going to bring that up to an 87. His passing was one of the better passing that I played on with on the game. So 87 for the passing, pretty good. I would definitely have to bring that stat up. The dribbling's going to have to come down though. Not one of the better dribblers that I've used on FIFA, so we'll bring it down to an 84. Unfortunately, I wish it was higher. I really do wish it was higher. I really was looking to have a lot of fun with this card, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to bring the dribbling down a little bit. Just didn't do it for me. Defending will leave because obviously it's a defensive stat and he's an attacking midfielder. The physical, I think that the strength actually did harm him quite a bit with the dribbling, so we're not going to bring that up anymore. 73 is quite a low stat as it is, so I think it's probably best that we leave it at 73. We don't need to decrease that anymore because of how low the actual stat is, but unfortunately the physical and the dribbling together just didn't make for a very fun card to play with. Unfortunately, just didn't get the job done, and that pains me because I really wanted this card to be good, but unfortunately it just wasn't. So we have to see, is Dennis Bergkamp worth the coins? You probably already know the answer to this question, but as soon as we switched into the gameplay, and now obviously the decreases that we've made on the card, we made one increase obviously for the passing, which is really good, but unfortunately with the other things combined, we cannot possibly say that this card is worth the coins. He didn't feel any better than I don't know, an attacking midfielder you'd be paying 20-30k for, honestly. And it's unfortunate because obviously an Arsenal fan, I really wanted him to be good, wanted to sort of build a team around him. I was going to keep him in the team, but just didn't do it. I feel like his 90 would be considerably better, but unfortunately this 87 rated Dennis Bergkamp just wasn't at the level that he needed to be, so I can't possibly say that he's worth the coins, unfortunately. So with that, let's get into the chart for the best central attacking midfielders that we have used so far. And obviously this is sort of not taking into consideration value for money either, it's just purely the best. So he gets on the list obviously because we haven't hit anyone off the list yet, we haven't got to that top 10, but he's not very high on the list, and especially for the coins that you're paying, obviously you can see that there's some higher players on the list there. They're definitely a lot cheaper than Bergkamp as well. So unfortunately it was a bit of a disappointment, this card. Hopefully this video has helped you if you was going to go out and buy them. Hopefully it's sort of maybe made you have second thoughts and you can go out and buy someone around the same sort of price that's